Hey guys, Empty Central here. So first thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking off these guys. Going to be replacing this, both sides of course, and getting rid of this contraption. This whole back and the bag. So here we go. Alright guys, so here's all the stuff we've taken off. Got the bag off, chain guard, signal lights, and of course this big honking contraption. I mean, look at that thing. There's lots of bolts on it too, and our ugly reflectors, and we're replacing all this with this right here. So I got these all off of eBay. These are just generic signal lights for motorcycles and taillights. So this here was like 15 bucks, and all these four were about $20. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the brackets and get them on. So as you can see, walk around the bike here, I've just gone and cut the wires. I don't intend to reinstall the factory ones, so I'm just going to solder the new ones on. These are the brackets I'm going to make to go in here. So those are off there. Got the bag off and replaced it with just a couple nice little 3/8 socket head screws. Again, left myself just enough to solder on some pigtails, and these are the signal lights which I've gone and pulled off and moved ahead so they don't get mixed up. These little tabs here, I'm going to go ahead and cut them off because, like I said, I'm not intending on reinstalling anything. So that's about it for that. Now we'll start making some brackets. I also took off this chain guard, which I will go ahead and make something to cover that up. I think I might put my YouTube name on there or something, so we'll see how that goes. I've got a piece of 14 gauge aluminum. I'm going to need my square, combination square. I may use that. Pen to mark my holes. Center punch to dab the holes before I drill them. So basically what my intention is I'm going to use these existing holes here to make a piece that comes out here and bolts up through here, and then has a little like 1/2 inch lip turned up in this area, and then that's where my tail light can bolt through on either side. You know, there's two little bolts for the LED tail light, so it'll be up nice and tight, tucked up in there. And then that bracket is going to come down across and like this and back, and I'll have 2 tabs sticking off the side for the signal lights, and then the license plate will of course bolt to that. So I'm going to start laying that out and just keep showing you the progress. Don't worry guys, there are easier ways to do this. I just have access to the tools, so I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay guys, here's the finished flat layout. So these are going to get bent down, and that's for signal lights, so that'll go there. This here, so it's going to bolt on. There's the little notch there. That's going to get bent back. This is going to get bent up, and this also up. So I just wanted it to come down below the lip of the fender a little bit, so I will now go and bend this thing up and show you after. I'll just give you guys an idea of how I'm going to do this. This here is a handbrake. So this arm here lifts up, and you get that nice little gap there. So basically I just slide my piece in, right, and line it up on the line and clamp it. And then this here handle, you know, you basically do this, and as you go up, it bends it up. So I will now do that. Alright, here it is in a nutshell. Tail light. Okay, so the bracket's all done. Tabs are bent. As you can see, that's how that's going to hold that on. License plate. And, of course, our tail light. So I will get this all bolted up. I'm going to give it a splash of paint before it goes on. Okay, moving on to the signal lights. What I've done is traced the factory brackets for the the holes. Get the correct hole centers, and then I need to have a 3/8 hole here, so I've gone and traced that out of a circle that I found that I liked, and I'm just going to join the lines, cut that out, and drill my holes, and that's the front bracket's going to be done. So I'll get that done here and show you the next step. Okay, so there's the two templates. I've got the hole centers punched, and I'm going to drill them in the flat like now because it's easier than holding on to little tiny pieces. Okay, as it turns out, these ones that I just made, they're not long enough. So I've gone and made some longer ones, and I'm going to have to offset these also. I put an offset in to see if it would work, but I'll show you what happens. Where this bracket is right here, the back of the signal light is too close, and of course it's going to rub through here, and I don't really want my brake line getting rubbed through. I know that's just the protector on the outside, but still. So I've ended up having to make it longer, so it's going to come out and off here a little further. So anyway, small corrections. So these are going to need to be like, they're about 2 inches long, and then they'll have the offset. So I'll show you the next progress. Okay, so now you can see how they're mounted on there, and I have all the clearance that I need for the back of this to move around. There's the other side. All on there, ready to go. Alright guys, so we've got everything installed now. As you can see, you can hardly see the turn signals. They blend in there really nice. And nice and clean. I just got to wire them now. And signal, or the reflectors are gone. So we've really cleaned up the back of this thing. Obviously everyone knows what they look like, but this one didn't cost me anything except for the price of the lights. So as you can see, you can't really ask for much better of a fit than that. She is up there nice and tight. So a little bit of a view of how that bracket looks in place. And of course the chain guard. I made the chain guard a little bit shorter. It's still black and everything, but just kind of cleans it up a bit. Not quite as bulky. So I might just get a sticker with my YouTube name on it. So anyway, I'm gonna go and wire it up and then show you that working. Okay, so I got the front cover off. It just is a lot easier to get the wires all done. And if you open up this little case and you dig right into the bottom of it, these are actually on small plugs, so you can actually unplug them and solder them and then reconnect them. So that makes it really easy. Okay, so I got the wires all connected up. I decided to go with solder and then heat shrink them, just because this is going to be a high moisture area with the back tire spraying up on it. And then I have some loom, which I will stick over it and tape it up, and then tie wrap it up to the frame. Out of the way. Okay, last bit. Show you all the wires are all tucked up there, nice. Tied up to the frame. And taped in nice and clean. And front's all done. We already went over that. So now let's see if it's gonna work. So hand the camera over to Alana, and she can stand there and point it at us. So signals and brakes. Okay, that's it. I guess we know what we're doing. Alright guys, so for the final part of my video, cleaning up my rear end is something that she needs to do. Anyways, yeah, so we got some nice new brackets, nice new signals, and I'm pretty happy. It's like riding a whole new bike. This thing looks a whole lot better, and
probably shaved off like a good 5 pounds of all that crap that was in there, the toolbox and the big plastic guard and that big honking contraption of a taillight. I still don't understand why after so long Suzuki hasn't, you know, seen what the people do to the bike and then make some changes. Like, clearly people don't like the taillight on it, but I guess there's a market for the aftermarket parts. But I managed to squeak by with, you know, less than $40, and I got all new signals, brackets, and taillight, license plate holder. So pretty happy about that. But that's part of when you do things yourself, you can kind of get away with that. So all that stuff I did was really quite easy if you got the time. Drill and, you know, some files to clean up your edges and some paint, and there you go, you're good to go. So anyway, I did also change. I got rid of the top mirrors, and I got this little one on there, and I really like that on as a bar end. So it works really good. You can see a lot better behind you. So apart from that, hope you enjoyed this part of the video, and that's about it for now. So we'll see. I'm still debating doing the exhaust thing because I'm not sure. With around here, they're clamping down on laws on noise and stuff. So we'll see. I'm gonna look into it a little bit more because I don't want to make something and then not be able to use it because it's too loud or whatever. So I'll end up maybe buying still the FMF Power 4.4. That's the one I've always liked. So we'll see. Anyways, that's gonna be it for now. So it'll be just some more vlogging until I start building something for the wife's bike, I suppose. Say hi to your mom. MT Central's out.